Hello, hello. Welcome on into another episode of the Whiskey Crusaders. I'm Will.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Matt.
On today's episode, we're talking about Ivy Mountain and their corn whiskey, finished in peach brandy barrels.
Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and click that notification bell. Matt, why don't you tell us a little bit about this?
Matt, you didn't think I was going to make it through that, did you?
No, you did a good job on it. So this is a Ivy Mountain Appalachian corn whiskey finished in peach brandy barrels. This is borrowed from our buddy Tim Vassberg. Thank you much for letting us borrow this. Appreciate it. All right. So Ivy Mountain theoretically has been around for 150 years in the moonshine business up in the northern mountains of Georgia. They were up near Clarksville, up in sheds throughout the mountains, making their moonshine in the Chattahoochee National Forest, which is a really awesome name for a forest, but good job.
Yeah. And there's a song about it?
There probably is. It's probably like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang or something like that.
Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee.
Yeah.
Never knew how much that muddy water meant to me.
Oh, apparently it is a song.
Apparently, somebody knows all the words.
Apparently so. Anyway, so yeah, this was passed down generation to generation, and brothers Carlos and Fred Lavelle learned the family business when they were around 16. By 1960, they were running 125 cases of moonshine a day till they got caught. I guess Fred beat the rap. Carlos didn't. He was convicted and went to jail. So they quit for 50 years. And in 2010, at the age of 78, Carlos decided he wanted to distill again. So this time did it legally with his daughter, Charlene, going out to get legal license in Clarksville. Clarksville said no, so they went next door to Mount Airy. Opened up in 2011, was forced to stop distilling in 2015 at 83 years old due to illness. So they sold the operation to this place called Indianola Distilling out of Houston, which was started by Morgan Webber, who's a big celebrity chef, in constellation with a guy named Dave Pickerel, who we all know makes some great whiskeys. And they created a brand called Heirloom Spirits. And they use 100% copper pot still. And then, of course, this is what they're doing over at the one of Houston is to make production with Gulf Coast and Castle Key, but none of the whiskeys are ready yet, but that's just another day. Anyway, so what this is Ivy Mountain Appalachian Horse finished in Brandy. It's 100 proof. The mash bill is made up of heirloom hickory cane corn, which apparently only grows in Georgia and Florida. It's white dent corn, rye, malted barley, and malted corn, which I've never heard anyone using. And they actually hand malted all of the corn by the Lavelle family, which I think that's really cool. It's distilled from a sour mash using 100% copper pot still. The current distribution is only in Texas and Georgia. It's a corn which has to be 80% corn in virgin, uncharred, or in used barrels. In this case, they use used barrels from Jack Daniels, is where they get their barrels from. They take 6-year-old corn whiskey, which is what they currently use, and put it into the peach apple brandy for a few months, and then that ends up being. They also think they're the first American whiskey to ever be finished in an American peach brandy barrel. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, but that's what they said on their website. That's cool. The water they use comes from a spring up on the mountains, and they call the Blue Ridge Mountain Spring, which they sold for 25 years as well. Is this water? So that's pretty cool. And apparently it's been up in the spring houses up in the mountains since the 1800s, when they put the spring house up there. So it's very interesting. All local barley, all local grains from there in Georgia. So really unique, cool story. So let's see what we think of the whiskey, if it's any good.
Snapple peach tea.
I was going to say the peaches are
super peachy. Yes, peach, corn,
Peach
caramel, vanilla,
dusty corn.
Yep.
Is
barrel
just
toast, burning incense, grilled.
Yeah, I get the barrel. I get a little bit of leather.
Mm-hmm.
Like burnt peach pie.
Ash.
Smells good. I like what it smells.
That's probably one of the best notes, Matt. The burnt peach pie. You got the crust that's been way overcooked.
But I get very much of the peach pie filling. Like if you were to use like canned peaches with the syrupy, sugary syrup.
Yeah. All the whip.
Oh yeah. I think it smells wonderful.
I think it does too. I like peach.
Yeah, I think this is the price when these are $50, so it's not bad. All right,
it's not too bad.
Whoa,
that's a lot of peach.
That's some serious peach and corn.
So it's peach tea with a shot of whiskey.
Yeah, it's super oily, with like grilled peaches, but that super peach cling from the cans.
Too sweet.
So
very warm. Black pepper, salt, peach barbecue sauce is what it tastes like. Vanilla caramel, butterscotch toffee. It's super creamy. But then at the finish, I got like this, like you ever licked a penny when you were a kid? It's like that coppery penny.
Copper. You've licked a lot of things when you were kids. Were a kid. I'm just saying, like the amount of things that you've listed when you were a kid in these videos.
Yeah, I gotta see what things taste like. It's probably a fascination with the way things taste.
I get almost like a peach candle feel. Like it almost has that little bit of a waxiness to it. That you know, you were to not a lit candle, like if you're just smell the wax. But it is very sweet. It's sweeter than any other corn whiskey I've had.
A drop of water actually brought the sweetness down a bit.
Did it?
Oh,
It did.
Probably.
But man, that peach brandy was absolutely the forefront on that first sip.
I think
like
this
more
is
of
the
the
most
rye got woken up with the drop of water.
flavored whiskey without being a flavored whiskey I've ever seen. Like
Right.
you see it's finished in all sorts of sherries and brandy casks, but that peach brandy goes insane.
Seriously, I agree with that.
It's super sweet. It's super at 100. That is super dangerous.
That is really dangerous. Imagine this over some ice.
Seriously, just
Like-
here,
Probably
so-
really good, especially they're from Georgia. I mean, Georgia and peaches go hand in hand. You know, sitting out on your front lawn, especially up in the mountains there, nice hot summer Georgia day.
I think this would be really
quite
good over a large cube. It would hold up to it,
Mhm.
and it would almost make it feel like you're drinking a cocktail
Yeah, for
instead
real.
of just some straight,
Yeah.
whiskey on ice.
I've got the regular corn whiskey, which we'll review at some point in time as well. But man,
If you like sweet, and if you like peaches, you're gonna
It's
like
perfect.
this. It's both of those things. It's good.
Mhm.
Just a little too sweet for me, and I like sweet things.
Yeah, it's good, but yeah, it's very, very, very sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, I think it's good over
I
ice.
put this up there with TX blended as far as the sweetness level.
I wonder if when they put it into the
More.
X brandy, peach brandy barrels, how dry they were.
Not
I'm thinking not very. I'm thinking very, very wet.
freshly
Were
dumped.
they freshly dumped, or did you
I'm
let
thinking
them?
they dumped them and then filled the whiskey.
That's
Yeah,
what
I don't know
feels
that it was
like.
much more than about 5 or 6 minutes of rest.
Yeah,
time.
if that.
That's what it feels like. I mean, didn't even give it a chance to get all of the brandy out.
Yeah, maybe they tipped the barrels back over before it finished dumping.
Yeah,
That's screw it. Good enough.
a couple splashes.
Put it in. Yeah,
Alright.
it was an experiment. It's quite good. They do sell the corn whiskey on its own. Like I said, it's 6 years old. But when you put it into finishing by TTB law, you can't have an age statement on anymore. They also sell the peach brandy on its own. So there are things to look out for if you want to try those as well.
Nice.
So
All right.
good job. Very interesting. Thanks,
Yes,
Tim.
indeed.
Appreciate let's borrow this.
Yes, indeed. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and click that notification bell, and come hang out with us live on Monday nights. Until next time,
Keep on crusading for better whiskey in your glass.
cheers.
Ooh.